It's been a while, but I am here. I am back, and I wanted to talk to you about the Kinbor that I started at the beginning of this year. So I used in 2024. I used the Hobonichi cousin. And it was the first time I'd done any real attempt at real journaling. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I knew that I really liked the concept of junk journaling and having something every day to keep me like accountable. I knew I have raging ADHD, and so I knew that actually something every day was not going to happen. But I thought that if each day had a page, it would be like a motivation. I could see a motivation somewhere. And so I thought that that might work. I really like the idea of the Hobonichi's size, and it's obviously the Tomo River paper. Again, I was not a journal girly. This was my real first foray into it. And considering it was my first year and I do have the raging ADHD, I think that it went really well. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about what I would be good at and what I would be horrible at. I see a lot of people use it as an honest to God planner, and God bless them. That is not my journey. I don't use planners. I use a Google Calendar because it will send me alerts, because if it's not in my face, then it doesn't exist. Front half of the Hobonichi was like useless to me. I didn't use the monthly calendar. Like at the very beginning of the year, I like put the big things. But then I never looked at it again. I mean, even I tried to do book reviews, like a little short book review on the weekly page. I think I did it one time. And then, twice. I did it twice. And then never looked at the weeklies again, ever. So like that got me twice to March. Obviously the beginning of the year is always a little bit heavier. I enjoyed playing with the paper and seeing what it could hold up to. Started doing a little bit of junk journaling from a bingo night. I really enjoyed it, but I did think I was not using the whole page. And I obviously was not using every page. And I did like through, let's see here, May I went to Nebraska in that May and did some great junk journaling on my trip. And then I very much fell off. And this is a me problem. Like I kind of picked it up here and there. This was an ADHD problem. This is not a Hobonichi problem. Oh, that's cute. I didn't remember that. This was expensive for something that I was only going to use for a little while. The quality was wonderful. It was great. I really enjoyed learning about what I would like and what I wouldn't like, but it was not something the next year that I felt like was worth the investment if I was going to forget about it even before halfway through the year. 2025, I was like, well, maybe I'll just get the cheaper version of the Hobonichi. And by the cheaper version, I mean the smaller version. That's not A5. Is that B5? I cannot keep sizing straight. Maybe someday, but I need to like print it off or something. I need like a flow chart to remember sizing. But the smaller, like the one that so many people use as their planner, I got that one and I can't find it. And when I say I didn't use it, I don't think I got through March. That smaller size, I thought since I'd only used mostly half pages in the Hobonichi that like I didn't need a whole page. But some days I do, you know. Some days I got a bunch of junk and a bunch of words that need, you know, maybe not the bulk of the days. Some days are half page days, but that's okay. Some days are full. Like you need to put your tickets from the Met and like your postcards. And so that was 2024 and 2025. 2026 comes around and I start watching the videos. I start watching the YouTube videos. I start watching the TikToks. I am deep into the planner spaces and I'm so close to ordering another, what, $70 Hobonichi. Again, great quality. I don't really have complaints other than I didn't get very far in it, and I have ADHD and horrible buyer's remorse. So I started looking for alternatives. I knew I liked this size. I knew I liked the Tomo River paper, and I knew that I liked having a daily page, and I liked it marked. Like, I don't like an unmarked daily because that's not enough accountability, I don't think. I went on a search and I found the Kinbor, which I believe, this is now 6 months ago, but 7 months ago, but I believe that is like the Chinese version of the Hobonichi. Again, not a, this is a like for real hobbyist situation here. Say hello to Brendan Fraser. I found the Kinbor. It was drastically cheaper, like more than half off. And it had the paper, and it didn't have as much of the extra stuff that I was not using in the Hobonichi. And so I thought, well, I'll give it a try. At this rate, like at this actual price, I can buy one for myself. And then my oldest niece was going off to her first year in college, and I was like, I could get one for me. She's a journal girly, and I was like, I can get one for me and I can get one for her, and I'm still coming out cheaper than the Hobonichi. And so, like, if it's a fail, then I learned something and it's a fail. So I did. I ordered it. This is what, in theory, I'll be able to edit this video and I will show you what a Kinbor looks like right here. You had the option to buy, to add the like Mylar plastic cover. I don't know that it's Mylar. I don't know what they call it. The plastic cover. And I did that. Actually, I am a hobbyist, and so I sew, I collect stickers, I collect junk. I'm a collector and I like things. So I covered my my Kinbor, and the way that I did that, I thought was pretty ingenious. I took a piece of fabric that I really enjoyed, so this mustard sort of like candy wrap, and I don't know if you can see, I literally folded it over. This is just regular Scotch tape, and taped it down. I actually think I ironed it first and then taped it down, and then taped it onto the outside of the cover, just with Scotch tape like you see here. And this is a Ruby Star fabric. I'm a big fan. And I did that. These are A5. I kept the sticker because I don't remember things. So I did that. And so for a long while, it was just the yellow fabric. And then this is a patch that I got in St. Louis on a trip. And so I put that there, and I didn't actually sew it. It is also, I don't know if I can even, no, it is also taped down with Scotch tape. And that is what I have done through the last couple of months, is if a sticker I really like these are all stickers. This is an actual like sewn patch, but these are all stickers from either local artists, romance authors, places I went. This is from Savannah. And then the back here, like these are all stickers from artists from my niece's college. But this is from like a greeting card that I got from someone that I thought was pretty, and it really meant a lot to me. So I liked having that. And so that is my cover situation. And it's holding up pretty well. This is come loose from me trying to get new stickers and stuff. So that's just a little bit of like probably packing tape, because it'll be the same shininess. So that's what I did. I bought the Kinbor, and I've got to tell you, I think this thing is worth every penny. It is exactly what I wanted. I am over the moon thrilled. Now, I think that I have gotten into a better groove of knowing more about what I like about journaling and what I like to collect when it comes to junk journaling. And I've noticed that like my mental health is better when I have just like a little moment every couple days to myself to reflect on things that I've done. And like I do a bit of like in the moment journaling, like every night, like after I walk the dog, I sit down and I do a little bit. But sometimes things get busy, and I'll go back and like dig through my purse for the junk that I've saved, and I will do like a reverse journal. And it is now May, almost June, and I am doing so good. Like, you can see, I've been on top of this thing, and I've thought a lot about like why this is working again. And I do think that some of it is just me learning more about myself and what I like about journaling and what I don't. And like what is keeping me from journaling 2 years ago and what is keeping me journaling today. And some of that is this doesn't feel like as much pressure as this one did with all of the calendars, the weekly, the monthly. Again, I'm not using that. This is not a planner for me. It is a daily journal. It is a sort of a vague ADHD mindfulness exercise. Um, and that is what I needed. So I'll show you this. It starts off, you do have your monthly calendars, which again, you can see I tried to start using and then never, ever, ever picked it up again. I think after this is March. Yeah, after March, I never looked at it again. And March, I just wrote somebody's birthday in it, like never looked at it again. So those are pretty useful to me. They are nice to have as a reference if I need it. Like if I'm writing something and I want to be like, what date was that? Was that on a Thursday? It's a nice reference, but that's about it for me. Almost immediately, I realized a couple things I liked. I got these really, you can see, I'll go back to the Hobonichi. The Hobonichi, this is my first year. I got these really chunky tabs. In hindsight, I hate them. They don't feel good. They fold. I don't like the colors. This was not the move for me. I do want a tab though. And I found I might have, so we're going to do this again. These are so low profile. Let's try not to show your phone number on the internet. Anyway, super, super low profile. Very thin and sort of, I don't know, they're just, they're basically washi tape. Maybe a little plasticky, but they're great for helping me keep track, but not like adding bulk and like they don't feel gross, they kind of get lost. You can't even really, you can sort of see them there, but they're so little. They're great. I love them. Anyway, we know the Tomoe River paper. We know we love it. And this is the same, literally the same quality. I have been able to use fountain pens, mild liners, stickers and glue. Actually, there's a page in here. Let me see. Oh, here we go. So this is all mild liners, and fountain pen. I don't have it right here, but whatever. And then that's all mild liner fountain pen. So the very next page, this yellow is actually gouache. It is acrylic gouache. And I was wanted to test a color. So the night before, when I got done with this page, I put the page and I tested the acrylic gouache to see what it would do on here. Little watered down. And it held up so beautifully. The fountain pen wrote on it beautifully. Kind of a mixed media situation here with mild liners and fountain pens and markers. Great. It just like the Hobonichi, this paper is excellent. It's holding up just the way I would want it to. And I'm thrilled. And I know when I was looking at the end of last year, I wasn't sure if this was going to be a worthwhile purchase, and it has been perfect. It has been above and beyond. So yeah, I highly recommend this if you are looking at a planner for the future. If you're already thinking about your 2027 planner concepts or your journaling, I really, I don't know, I haven't even looked to see if Kinbor has released any of their plans for that. I imagine not. That's usually an October thing, maybe. Seems kind of early. But this also came with like this super cute little wall calendar that I have on the wall. I just was really pleased. And if you're thinking about it, I highly recommend it. And I thought that I didn't do this cover situation that I did. I didn't like sew it or anything like that because I thought that I would change my mind. I would want something different, but I haven't. And so I've had the best time adding stickers and moving things around and taking one off because I found something that I liked better. Um, so anyway, if you enjoyed the this planner cover concept, I could probably make like a tutorial on how I did that. It was very easy, but I could probably make a tutorial. So let me know in the comments if you liked that as a concept. Um, and if you like this sort of content, let me know. Again, Kenbor, total win. Love it. Let me know if you'd like to see something next. Thanks.